What's up, everybody? It's your man, Big Smoot.
Your boy AJ.
And it's your boy Terrell.
And we're back again with another episode of
Shoot Da Thr33.
Man, how y'all doing? We back again another week. How you doing, my brothers?
I'm good, bro. I just felt like I was out this goddamn scene. Like, I'm good, though.
I'm straight.
Yeah, you straight. I'm doing good. It's another week to be back and blessed. It's like, it feels like it's the first week I ain't really have like a crazy amount of shit going on. Like, It seemed like August has been like a hell of a busy month. I was just like, I don't know. I had a meeting at work today, and it was just like, how things been going? Like, how's life been recently? And I'm like, wow. It's been busy as hell, bro. Like, I was like, damn. Now that I like finally got a moment to get back to reality. We're like, back to reality. Oh, goes gravity.
This nigga.
I don't know. Every time I say that verse comes to my mind. That bar comes to my mind. But it's been a hell of a decent week. Let's start. Oh, I actually start my week. The recap this week, bro. Let me tell you. I went to Buffalo Wild Wings Saturday night. I think it was. That was the night of the UFC fight for UFC 292.
Right.
As a black man, bro, I was ashamed of us that night. I watched the night of black people getting their ass whooped all night. All night. I watched the Ian Gary fight. If you do not know, this big Irish-looking white man beat the fuck out this black man. When I tell you, complete dominated this. Bro, in the fight consistently, he did what we be doing when we be playing UFC.
Yeah.
Bro literally kept... The fight starts, bro hits him with a shin kick, drops him.
Damn.
Stands back up, hits him with a shin kick again, drops him again. Everybody's like, oh, this is about to be a long fight. Bro keeps telling him this. Bro keeps going like this. And telling him to stand up. Allowing him to stand back up.
Get your ass back up. Beating
The fuck out that man. The whole fight.
Hey, that is something I be doing on UFC, bro. Like, I'll be like, nah, like, get your ass up, nigga.
I'm about to grapple with you. You obviously cannot rock with me standing up. So, it got to a point in the fight where if you watch the highlights, y'all gotta go watch this fight. Look up Ian Gary fight 292. I don't know who he was fighting. Beat the black man's ass. Then, I don't know if y'all seen the O'Malley fight.
Nah, I ain't see it.
Beat the fuck out of him, too. I was like, it's a night of black men getting their ass kicked.
I just seen, I seen a bunch of memes with Sean O'Malley. Like, everybody's calling him Big Sean. And,
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
And all types of shit. I'm like, ooh, it's Sean O'Malley, bro. Like, why y'all rocking with this man so hard, bro?
Because, bro, we got newfound respect for him. My man found out the kids wasn't his. Y'all know the picture I'm talking about? Everybody's talking about? You know,
they got the feet on us.
Yeah, so they was talking about, ESPN posted a picture like 2017 versus 2023, right? And the only difference in the picture is he has colorful hair and he had these two kid feet tattoos on his chest, on his stomach, and they covered up now. So they said, what? What's the difference? He found out they wasn't his.
Hell nah, bro.
So
I definitely peeped that. I was like, damn, he covered up them feet.
Covered up them feet, boy. Everybody peeped that.
I was like, what? He said, fuck them kids?
He said, fucking kids. Hell nah.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like, he a cold fighter, though. Because he's new welterweight champion, I think.
O'Malley always been decent.
Yeah, he raw. So they saying pretty much he next up. But the Ian Gary dude is out of science, homie. He's one of his guys, so... They some dogs. It was a night of some good fights, but when I was as a black man, I was like, God damn, bro, fight back. Fight back.
Got their ass whooped, bro.
Yeah. And then outside of that, my weekend was cool. Casablanca, it was a decent club too. It was a decent weekend. Decent time. How was your weekend, Terrell?
My shit was decent. Well, I got drunk a lot this weekend. I kind of forgot what happened. But yeah, it was Casablanca. I was at Casablanca with you. That shit was decent.
Man, I Terrell, that night, I was drunk as hell, brother.
Yeah.
I didn't know how drunk I was until I left you, and I was like, oh, I'm slapped.
I stayed up until 3 that morning that night.
I said, yeah, brother.
Boy, I just found out after living in Minnesota for I don't know how many years since I found Pizza Luce. I didn't know they had multiple Pizza Luces.
Oh, yeah, there's multiple.
I thought it was just one downtown.
No, I was about to say there's one in St. Louis Park.
There's one up the street from up down, like 2 blocks up.
Yeah, because when I used to work at
the one I went to.
Yeah, like 2 blocks up.
I was like,
when I was working at Sam's Club,
from?
When I was working at Sam's Club, that's where we got our pizza from. It was the one in St. Louis Park.
Damn,
Yep,
that's crazy.
St. Louis Park too. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that out. But yeah, I was up to 3 in the morning eating pizza and shit. I was drunk to the motherfucker by then. I was drunk.
It's funny that you as that night, the next day after that night, Terrell, things kept recollecting to me. Like as the next day kept going on, and like I kept remembering things that happened. Like so many events took place that night. And it's funny because now that you brought it up, it just reminded me again. I wanted to bring this up. So we go to Shay's shop. I pick her up later that night after I leave you, right? It's about 2:30 in the morning, 2:30. We're rolling. I'm like, Shay's getting her stuff in her shop. I'm like, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna roll up real quick. When you're done, we'll leave. Whatever.
Right.
When I'm rolling up, a cop comes into the parking lot, sits at the entrance of the parking lot, right?
Yeah.
But I get in the passenger seat to roll up. It's no problem. It's legal now. I'm not worried about it.
Right.
I'll roll that shit up. I don't give a fuck. So, it's funny because then Shay comes out and I'm like, hey, Shay, drive. Drive. I'm not gonna drive. When I tell you, bro, we pull out the lot because the cop did. When I got back out the car to go inside, because I was like, he's not gonna leave until obviously I get out the car.
Right.
Probably is the case, or pull off. Then that's when he's gonna move.
Right.
So get out the car. He pulls off. Go in, tell Shay come, drive. When I tell you, bro, we no less we turn. We're about to get on the highway. You know how close the highway is to their shop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cop spins the block. Comes out of nowhere, spins the block. Pulls us over. Bro goes, he sees Shay driving. He rolls down the window. He's like, oh, how was tonight? Da-da-da. Our tabs just expired, right? So we're like, oh, shit. Like, we know they're expired. Yeah. We got to go get them replaced.
Right.
So he goes, oh, do you know your tabs are expired? She's like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay, cool. Can I get your driver's license? Pulls out her license.
Why y'all driving?
No. This is,
nigga, I thought y'all was like...
Nah, he said they pulled him up.
He pulled us up.
Yo, Terrell, well, I thought these niggas was at the stoplight. This nigga was like, hey, pull down the window, like, like, yo, like, can you do that?
That'd be crazy. So, bro does that, right? Then he tells Shay, who's the vehicle owner? She was like, oh, it's my car. And he's like, oh, okay. Do you want a warning or a ticket? And she was like, I just want a warning. He was like, okay. And then he has her back license. He's like, have a good night. So
you get an option?
Right? We get an option. I was like, he's so shitty. I was not driving.
Yeah.
I know when the window rolled down, because we got tinted windows. So when the window rolled down and he seen that I was not the person in the driver's seat, I know he was hot. And he asked the question, who's the vehicle's owner? Because he wanted to be like, bro, I want that nigga's ID. I just want that nigga's ID. I want his ID. Like, give me a reason to get it. Like, and that just reminded me, I was like, he was so pissed. He was
bitch ass.
Boy, he a hoe.
Yeah. How was your weekend, Smoot?
I be plotting on people and shit.
My weekend was cool, bro.
Trying to plot on me.
Right, bro. That's all I've been thinking. I was like, you plotted on me, and I already was a step ahead of you, bitch.
Right, boy.
Hell cop.
And I got a blunt in my hand ready for sparkling. I'll pull off, ho.
Man, that nigga AJ and Alex will forever have a fucking history with cops, bro. Like, y'all two niggas.
Well, cops be having, they got a thing for me, bro. I don't know what it is.
Hey.
They got a.
I don't know about Alex. It was that one summer they was on Alex's ass, but I don't know if they on him like that no more.
Yeah, they had it out for him one summer.
They had it out for Alex, boy. I was like, nigga, I don't even want to go nowhere with you, nigga. Like, we get pulled over every time. But what was I saying, bro? Shit, my weekend was cool, bro. Like, niggas just, I was at work most of the time, chilling at the motherfucking crib. Heard AJ and them went out to Casablanca and all that. Did y'all little thing.
I got jokes for you, but I ain't gonna say them on the air.
I
got jokes for you, but I ain't gonna say them.
But nah, bro, shit. I just been chilling, bro. I had a conversation with somebody though. Like, what y'all think about? So what are y'all thoughts on women proposing to me?
Terrible.
I'm not a fan of it. I'm not the most traditional man, but I think that's one thing that should be traditional.
Y'all don't agree with Kodak when he was like, "You get down for me." Hey, you don't agree with that? No, I agree with you too. I'm not really a fan of all that shit. I just feel like because
most
I'm
of the
like
time the man has to. I'm not gonna say women has to be prepared for marriage, but most of the time the dude's mind has to be there
for sure.
Yeah.
For it to work.
But talking to somebody about it, like I talked to a couple people about that, and somebody had said like, well, the man has to make this decision if he wants to be with her long term. Why can't the woman decide that, make that decision for herself just as well?
I'm gonna just go ahead and say it ain't toxic, But men usually take longer to make that decision than women. Women kind of know within might be like a year, a couple months, shit like that. Niggas take a little bit longer. Well, I should say men take a little bit longer. So I feel like when a man is ready, he should do that, not the woman, because then it just looks forced.
Nah, I feel you.
Because then it's like, it kind of gives off that you're pressuring him into doing it versus the other way around.
Yeah, versus the other way around. Like,
yeah, I feel like it's more pressure there.
And I sometimes think women be like, damn, I gotta make him marry me, or this is not gonna last or something. Possibly. Yeah. I don't know that situation.
Would you say that so would you say there's more pressure on women to be married than it is for men?
Well, it's more of a thing for women, like to grow up and be married.
Right,
like it's a thing for them more than it is like a man, but it's like it's not as much as prevalent as society makes it on you.
Right.
Like it's a lot more just leisure for a dude.
Right.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. That's why I feel that way. But it's actually funny that you bring that up because I even ran into an instance this weekend while I was working with a lady, and she had explained to me our conversation was wild as hell. She explained to me that she had a 32 and 34-year-old kid with her husband. I was like, okay, cool. That makes sense. You got grown kids. Y'all anniversary tomorrow. Cool, you're getting some shoes, stuff, with all that stuff. Good thing. Then we're having a conversation, and I'm like, well, it led to me asking, well, what anniversary is this? How long you guys been married? Oh, we're on our 1-year anniversary. Now, let that lay in. Her and her husband have a 32 and 34-year-old kid. They're in their 1-year marriage anniversary. So then that leads me to ask the question, were y'all not together for a chunk of time? Did y'all separate and get back together? What happened? She's like, no, you just made me an honest woman a year ago. We've been together for almost 40 years.
But the thing is, though, I feel like that's low-key kind of common.
That's crazy, bro. To you somebody almost 40, to like 40 years and you're only married 1 year?
Because people
want to get married.
Because I know a lot of people whose parents I know a lot of people whose parents been together for years, bro, and never been married.
True.
They just together.
There's tons of people that way, but then it's like
they consider each other husband and wife because they just been together for years. Like some people do that. Yeah. That's common nowadays, bro. Marriage, really, if you think about it, marriage isn't fucking common like that no more. Right. Because nobody wants to be married. Nobody wants to be told what to do.
True, but it's just also from like a life standpoint, it's like, I don't know. And for me, it is a thing where it's the idea of like security. It's like the idea that like if you died, so the thing that made them get married and why she explained why they got married is because she realized when she died, because they had been together technically for so long, he was obligated to everything she ever would own, right? Where if she was to die, the court would essentially give it to him, right? Without them even being married. Right. And she's like, her family would get no say-so in that. So the idea of getting married allowed her to set up beneficiaries, legal documents, these people are things, all this stuff, right?
Where she can now leave stuff to like her kids and stuff like that.
Her family and all that thing, where it's not just going to be passed over. But it's like from that idea that like, even from the point of myself is like, at any point in my life, you don't have to be invested into this. Like, if we're just together, a boyfriend and girlfriend, and we don't have I don't want to say legal ramifications, but like the accountability of having to like, if I leave this, it's more than me just leaving, like walking out the door. I can just literally get up and walk the fuck out the door and just never look back.
Another question. Like, when would you say, like, no pressure on people, I'm just saying, like, when is it time to get married? Like, how long do you date someone? Like, how many years do you date somebody until you think, okay, like, it's time to get married? Like, and do you get married at that time, or do y'all just think maybe it might be time to move on or something like that? Like,
I'm going to say from the man perspective, I'm going to say, let's set the scenario because we got to set. Are we talking about people who grown? You talking about younger adults?
She said, if I'm asking, say once you're out of high school.
Once you're out of high school?
Like, y'all been together since high school.
Age of 18.
Y'all from 18 to 28. Y'all been together. Y'all done lived together. Like y'all even got a kid.
I'll say once the man gets established. Once the dude gets established in life enough to take care of a family, that's when he should get married. I don't think it should be before because if you say they had a baby, then that's kind of like, I don't know.
All right, well, let's take the kid out then.
Yeah, take the kid. I say when a man gets established. that could be that could be terrible because it could be a long time. But I say it's better for the marriage because you need some type of like nice income in order to live the lifestyle you want. You know.
Mhm.
I'm kind of rambling with this, but I feel like the dude has to be kind of established first to be like.
I feel you, but I also feel that. But when you say established, I feel that it should be both who are somewhat established, not just one person.
No, I get what you mean. I
wouldn't even say established. Okay, so my perspective, I don't even think established is the word I would go with. Me personally, I feel like when y'all both on the same page, like when y'all both on the same page of what you want for your life and where y'all are in your relationship, at that point, you should get married.
Right.
Because, like, to say there's a specific age, like some people do put numbers on things like, oh, I want to be married by I'm 24 and I want to have this by 24 or this and this. It's not terrible to do that. You can have your wishes over your life, whatever you want.
True.
But I do think that it just matters on like when you're on the same page, it's like things will flow a lot better because I think their issue comes in when once one person's established or you're both established or different things like that. The perspective or idea of money becomes more of a factor in why you're together. Or if it was you ever break up, you would feel like, oh, we got married once I had something.
I get what you mean.
So then it comes like the whole thing like, oh, you waited until I had something to get married, or you had money, then you wanted to get married, and now prenups come in, and all that different like shit could come into play, all those like legal things and money things. But I do personally feel though that like once you're on the same page,
I was under the impression that like if we talking about a couple who's already on the same page of like, yeah, we know we're gonna marry each other someday, you know. It's so that's why I'm going based off.
Oh, if you're on the same page that you're gonna get married one day, and you know what you want for your life, and y'all both know like, oh, we're gonna forever thing. Then actually locking it in, I don't think it's bad in what your perspective is. I agree with you.
I get what you're saying though. Definitely need to be on the same page for sure. Yeah, but if you set the scenario, if like the two people get out of high school, they've been together for say a couple of years, then they decide to. I feel like the man has to be established because then you got to pay for weddings unless you want like some courthouse shit, or some shit like that. Some simple, just go get married real quick, get it over.
Okay, but what if she's more established than you?
Like, it's still not a problem.
So now you kind of got to get your shit together before you can marry her. Like,
no, it's just a matter of where you're at. I think just where you're at in life.
Because like I'm just I hear what you're saying. It's just he's setting this scenario. I'm like, well, what are you trying to say? Because like,
okay, so for that instance, right? I don't think you should. Because I think I'm kind of more traditional in the fact of a dude should take care of a woman. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you don't have to be the breadwinner, but at least be close enough to pay for y'all shit. I don't think it should fall upon a woman because it's no respect there when women have to carry you around in life. You know what I mean?
No,
like eventually you're going to become a burden to her because women just don't like men who don't.
You got to contribute in some way.
Yeah,
whether that's financially. When I think the word establishing is that.
But see, here's the thing. I hear you on that, but I'm just saying she got to do the same goddamn thing too.
Sure.
I'm like,
for sure.
I'm not just trying to like.
It's not always
just like how women don't want another fucking kid to take care of. I don't want that either.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't have kids. I'm just saying.
I definitely. Get
I just don't want to have to be sitting here just babying you and taking care of you like for the rest of my life. Like I want you to be able to pull your weight just as well.
Okay, I agree with you, right? But when you really love somebody, your feelings change.
For sure.
Like, I feel you, bro. It's
just like your mom, right, Smoot?
Right.
If you could provide for your mom when she doesn't have to work another day in her life.
Yeah.
Right.
You would probably do the same for your wife.
Yeah. Right.
So you get what I mean? Like you would do the same for your wife. You love it. You would eventually be like, I want my wife to have the life where she has to do as minimal as much in her possible.
Yeah, I feel you, but
to provide.
If she's doing like, okay, so for instance, y'all girls are in the Cosmo,
make a lot of money. Right.
So they do lashes and makeup.
Right.
They do what they want to do. Like that's like if I had money and she's doing makeup or lashes or something like that, bro, that's her business, bro. Like now if she want me to put in on her business to make it go a little bit, to make that motherfucker expand.
Right.
Yeah. But, be doing something. Like, what is my money going into?
No, I don't think you have to do anything.
No.
You want to sit at home.
Shut up, AJ, and let me talk. Like, because this nigga AJ be trying to, like, no, bro. Like, I'm not trying to hear that. Listen. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, if I gotta do all that, I just want motherfuckers to do their part too.
Yeah, I think
I get
their
what-
part.
Like, I understand, like, some dudes want the trophy wife where she ain't gotta do nothing. She just sit at the crib and just chill. Like, shit, she just spend money. Like, it's cool, but not all the time, bro. Like, I don't want to look back at my fucking account and you done spent such and such amount on fucking Rodeo, bro. Like, no. Like, where's all this fucking money going, bro? I'm not just working
Of course
so
you can't
you can just spend my shit, bro.
Right,
like, no.
right.
Like, you better be doing something too, bro. Like,
Nah, but I feel like that goes back to what AJ said. The people you love, you really don't tend to look at it like that. It's
You're not
like
gonna
when
think
you
about it
when
that
you
way.
when you get rich, you take care of your mom for the rest of her life, and you have no problem.
Listen,
I think it's because you're analyzing it from an outside perspective.
No. Because even with kids, bro, like, parents look at their kids and be like, okay, hold on, little nigga. Spending too much fucking money, bro. Like, you cost a lot.
Yeah.
Like, you're always going to look at shit like that, bro. Like, y'all trying to act like niggas don't look at that.
Okay, this is,
like, no, bro, you're always going to look at the finances, bro.
Because I think you're looking at that aspect of that's your kid. You're trying to teach your kid to grow into an adult. So an idea of being their own person. So you're like, so at the end of the day, right, Smoot?
I feel like you're not understanding where I'm coming from.
But regardless of where you're at in your life, Smoot, right? If, for instance, of your mom, right?
Mm-hmm. You already said that.
No, I'm just saying.
Like,
I'm adjusting it. If you were down bad, lowest of the low, a grown-ass man, your mom's never going to let you be that low. She's going to step in and take care of something to get you to a point.
I hear what you're saying, but you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Let me finish. Regardless of however much contribution you're doing in your life, you could wake up one day, not shit, not look for a job. Your mom's still going to love you and take care of you at the end of the day, regardless. She's going to let you do what you want to do, right? But even for your wife, when you look at it from that perspective, even if she wakes up every day and doesn't do anything, right? And you love her and you're going to be like, I feel like most people get to a point where they're going to be like, oh, okay, cool, that happened. You voice your perspective.
Y'all are saying it like, oh, like, well, you're going to take care of her anyway because you love her. But it's like, okay, that's cool, but, like, I don't want to just be providing every fucking thing, bro. Like, okay, so that's like, if you niggas was down bad, bro, like, would your girl pay for every fucking thing for you, bro? Like, would she really, like, take care of you and be like, yo, like, don't worry about it? Like, that's what you're telling me to do, bro. And I'm like, yo, I'm cool with that, but it's like, eventually, like, get your ass up and go do something, bro.
I agree with you in the sense that they have to contribute something.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's something.
Yo, like, next subject, bro. Like, these niggas is pissing me
off. I agree in the simple fact of, like, if I'm, let's put this, because you probably thinking from a perspective of a dude who has to, let's say if you rich or not, really don't fucking matter. You're probably thinking from a perspective of either where you at right now, or even if you had millions, you still want to do something. But, like, I take it like AJ said. I feel like it's like one of those things, like, if I see it like as if I'm taking care of my mom regardless. If I love you and I'm going to spend and I'm going to do whatever I got to do, I'm still going to spend the money on you regardless. Like, it's not going to matter.
I hear you on that. That's the part y'all not getting. I hear that. I'm just saying, when are you going to eventually be like, oh, well, you know what? You don't have to do that. I want to do this for myself. Like, I want to go. Right. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Eventually, when are you going to get up off your damn ass, bro, and be like, you know what? Nah, like, I want to go make my own money. Nah, I want to do this. I got my own business. Like, I don't want you to have to pay for everything. Like,
I think the thing is, though, I think the idea of where I think the issue comes is you're simplifying it to money. I think the idea of it is, regardless if she never works a job, you don't, like, for me, right? I'm okay with you, from my personal perspective. I feel like you're okay. I'm okay in the idea if you're running my household correctly, then that's fine. I'm fine with that. You don't have to run a business. Like, you get what I mean? Like,
my nigga, I don't even care. You don't.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
No, you don't, bro.
You're saying
because you keep coming back and saying the same shit, bro.
I know you want her to have her own, but also, I don't care if it's a money aspect.
I'm not just saying, like, it's just money, bro. I'm just saying, like, Oh, whatever, bro. I don't care. Cause y'all not gonna get it, bro. Y'all never get Smoot, bro.
Okay, let's put it in perspective. If you was a breadwinner, let's say we millionaires. Fuck it, we millionaires. And your girl, her thing is gardening. She's not gonna sit in the house all day and do nothing. She's gonna cook dinner. She's gonna go to the garden. She's gonna probably go to the store.
Landscaping her shit.
Right, do something.
That's cool with me. But if she like, hey, yo, like, you know what? Like, I like gardening, babe. Like, can you help, like, buy me more stuff to expand the garden? Yeah, that's cool. That's what the fuck I'm saying, nigga. Like,
no, but you're
like,
saying,
what do you want to do? Don't
No.
just sit your ass down and do nothing, bro.
That, like, she has to go and now sell that garden.
Like, bro, if she want to sell that shit, hell yeah, I'm with it.
But that's what you're saying. You were saying
I'm just saying, bro, I don't want somebody who's just, like, yes, she can go and go. What I'm saying is, yes. Like, can she get
a passion project?
Like, yes, bro.
A passion project.
Yes.
Even
you
if
know what? Because I'm getting so flustered right now, bro. I'm pissed the fuck off because they not listening.
That's what we've been saying the whole time. Smoot.
No, y'all have not.
You were simplifying it to just money.
I'm sitting here telling you niggas that listen, bro. Like, I don't want her to just sit at home and do nothing,
well, if
bro.
You have
that
money,
shit's
nobody's just gonna
like,
sit at home and do nothing.
Like, bro, like don't just sit at home and just spend my money, bro. Go do something. Like, that's what I've been saying the whole time. Y'all been like, nah, bro, like, cause if she don't want to do this and this and that, shut up, bro. Y'all just
that's not what you weren't listening
nah, bro.
at all. That's not what we were saying.
That's exactly what they were saying.
No, you were speaking in terms of she needs to make money too. We were speaking in terms of regardless of whether you make money or not.
I just want you to go do something. Just go do something, bro. Like, don't just sit in my fucking house.
Then the answer you say is, I need her to be productive. Like, go do something with yourself.
Can we go to the next subject, please?
Go do yoga or something.
Can we go to the next subject, please?
Don't lie. You was talking about
you go to the next subject, please? You niggas.
Okay, this is the
I hate y'all,
be the answer to it. Everybody go re-listen to it and tell us in the comments what you feel.
I don't give a damn what they got to make money, man. I don't give a damn what y'all got to say either.
Y'all listen to the audio. Tell us what y'all feel.
That's I know the hell I'm talking about, bro. Like, y'all niggas done pissed me off, bro.
All right. Let's talk about this whole Meek Mill thing.
Shut up.
Social media off. So Meek Mill, he went to Gotsole in Atlanta this past week.
Mm-hmm.
And he was pretty much going back, kind of having a back and forth with this guy. I would say it's like a, what does it say? What's the word that you use when you're trying to get a
finesse?
A deal? Not a finesse. It's more or less they were debating about price. I don't know how to really say what I want to say it is. When people say they're trying to bargain.
Yeah.
He's trying to bargain with him to try to get him to lower the price of the shoe. SB4s in particular, if you do not know, most people are referring to it as the shoe of the year. I want Terrell to sell me his pair, but they're too small. They're fucking good at shoes. That shoe's so great. But the shoe goes for about $500. That's literally what the shoe goes for on the market. Most people know that. Meek tried to get the dude to debate about in regards to the dollar amount in which you should pay because I'm influenced. Hey, hit me for this $300. I could potentially come back and shop with you. I could, you could make a video and say, hey, Meek bought a $500 shoe from me and blow up. All type of shit. So Meek was trying to reference it in that manner, and the dude was pretty much set on his price. I don't give a fuck. $500. It's the shoe of the year. Everybody wants the bitches. Everybody's willing to pay the $500. However, social media had a different perspective on both sides of it. Saying from an influencer perspective, do you think it's right for influencers to try to use their influence to receive product? And also, was it a lag in dude's perspective?
I mean,
in regards to, let me finish. In lag in dude's perspective, to not take that opportunity of having Meek Mill buy a shoe from him and proceed into making a video with him. You know what I mean?
Well, first of all, I still feel like you two niggas is wrong. Like, fuck y'all. Second, like, people been doing that shit, bro. Like, stores even, like, sometimes stores just give shit to people, bro. Like, when motherfuckers just walk in there. Like, they'll fuck around and be like, oh, like, just shop around, just grab what you want, but just give us a shout out. Like, people do that shit all the time. So I understand what Meek's saying, but I understand what other people are saying. They like, well, you have the money to pay for this shit, bro. Like, you're fucking Meek Mill. Like,
this is the item of the year.
Like, right, you acting like you can't break $500 real quick, but at the same time, I understand what Meek is saying. Like, yo, like, show me love. I'm gonna show you love, bro. Like, you never know where that opportunity might take you. But, hey,
Hell yeah. So
We'll be right back with this commercial break.
but from my perspective in regards to being, I don't know, I'm into the shoe shit. I'm into like the fashion shit. I'm into the clothing shit. And we talk about Terrell's up and coming project with Garment Exchange. And it's something that
I didn't even know he was I thought he wasn't gonna say nothing about that yet.
That's all right. We go ahead.
projects.
Hey,
But,
damn, bro.
oh, just a sneak peek. For the listeners who do listen. Hey, they don't be the people who fuck around about this shit. So, hey.
Be looking out.
So, I think it's something that I don't mind when people do give things for influence. You know what I mean? Like, hey, take a picture at studio. When enough people come in, hey, post the shoe. We literally tell them, hey, tag us. Here goes the shoe. Tag us when you post it. Every company wants a bit of promotion. No, but I get it. I get Meek's perspective of wanting that. But I also, I don't know. I agree with dude, bro. Like, this is the item. Regardless of who you is, bro, this is the item. Everybody in this bitch want a pair of these. And you gon' pay the $5. Like, I know you got it. You literally have 2 bands in your hand right now, counting, threading through the hundreds in front of my face. You paying the $5, B. I'm sorry. Like, regardless of what you feel, this video is now went viral and millions of people have seen it. At the end of the day, I done made my fucking bread. Like,
first of all, now if you demanding that I pay the $5, now you not getting the $5, nigga. I'm just going. You lucky I don't take these motherfuckers. Fuckers you talking about?
I ain't
Well,
even
the man out of shit is it Gotsole. In the middle of Gotsole.
You goddamn right, nigga. Who the fuck gonna stop me? I'm Meek Mill.
Nah, but how I feel about the situation, I feel like it was one of those things where I feel like I don't think Meek was in the wrong, but I also do, because in a sense of Meek was probably just gonna buy the shoe for the low and not give him promotion. Like he could have requested that, like, hey, let me get it for $250 or whatever retail, and then I'll throw the promotion on with it.
Right,
he could have did something like that. But to go,
Terrell, like, you right. Sorry to cut you off, but he could have been like, yo, like, okay, well, you want it for $3? I give me $3 or give me $350.
Yeah,
I ain't throwing a shout out and a picture,
right,
and an autograph or some shit, man.
Yeah, something like that. So I think it was just one of those things. He just wanted to finesse because he was like, I'm Meek Mill. You should want to give me this for the low. But it's like, you're Meek Mill. You're rich as shit. Just give me the $5 and let's move on.
yeah, because he was almost like, I'll come back and shop with you and shit and little things like that. And it's like,
and it wasn't multiple items he wanted to buy. It's just that. So it's like, you want my one shoe for the low and then you leave and I don't. I just lost money.
My margin wasn't what it was supposed to be.
Yeah. So I don't agree with that.
He probably was gonna come back and shot with him, bro.
He wasn't, bro.
See, he told him I'll go to the next.
Y'all just think like that, bro, because y'all work at studio, bro. Stop all that shit, bro. Like, nah, bro.
Because it was a what if
I'm fucking
thing.
with y'all.
It was a what if thing, though. He hit him with the, I'll come back potentially. I could potentially go to the next table and spend $5 on them just because they fuck with me.
But where's my $5?
Spend the $5 here, bitch. What you mean, bro? Like, why?
But like I said,
it's a whole bunch of what ifs. Like, and then how much is a picture from Meek saying he bought some shoes for me gonna do for me? Like, I get that it'll probably do some, to get you some social media reactions on your page or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, bro, it ain't gonna do too much for you like as a reseller.
Nah,
bro.
But like I said, I understand both sides. Like, I understand Meek being like, yo, like, fuck with me. And I understand the people being like, yo, fuck with us.
See, I agree with that, but the only thing I don't agree with it is because he could have did it that way instead of just saying it out loud. He could have just went to my man's, I'm about to do this, give me this, I'm gonna give you a picture, whoa, I'm gonna shout you out. But he didn't.
Nah, I feel because instead he tried to make bro feel bad.
Feel bad and use his power to get a cheaper price.
Son him about the shit. Yeah.
I'm like, come on, bro. This man is a little. I don't know how big dude resale shoe game is, but he's just like a little, local dude trying to make some profit. So just get a man to 500, move on.
Yeah, receive for it.
Yeah,
the bro need his margins. This is the shoe of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when, I don't know. My perspective is this is a dude with an item. Like, it's the item that makes a difference.
What was the shoe?
It's the SB4s, the white and green 4s with the gum bottom.
Oh, okay.
Tripping them shits. Shits, boy. But let's talk about this. This had me actually a little upset when I seen this drop. The Complex HBO show ranking. They dropped the ranking where I'm gonna just start off the back. I agree with the top 3. I can say that. Top 3 was number 1 was Sopranos. Number 2 was The Wire. Number 3 was Game of Thrones.
That's a fire top 3.
Yeah.
And for
And
me,
it could go either way
2
with
and 3
those.
would switch for me.
No.
2 and 3 would switch.
2
but
is exactly where it should be. Like, stop hating.
3 low key.
And first of all, how you gonna say
3 low key could.
how
be
you gonna
one,
try to
man.
switch 2 and you don't even watch number 2, nigga? Like,
That's what
he
I'm saying.
won't even give The Wire a chance, people. Like, he thinks Power is better. It's not. Like, it wouldn't be a fucking Power without The Wire, nigga. Yeah, I said it.
It's a lot
I
of
haven't
shit.
watched half of the HBO shows because my rankings in this kind of fly. But they bogus for putting Entourage in number 20. Why would-
That's where the
Entourage is
disrespect
hard.
start. Right at the back of the list. They put them last on the 20.
Entourage is that shit, man.
But that's why I thought they would have definitely had way more
Hey, I'm about
respect.
to, like, low-key, I'm about to finish watching that shit
I'm
tonight.
glad they made the list, though. I can't say that. I'm glad they made the
Of
list.
course,
but
bro,
that was
like, you gotta think
disrespectful to
about
put
it.
them at 20.
They made a movie for Entourage. bro. Like,
2, right?
of course they was
Yet
gonna
to
be on
see.
the
I
list.
still gotta watch that shit.
You still haven't watched the
I
movie?
haven't watched it. I didn't want to buy it that day.
It's only one movie or 2.
It's only one.
Okay.
You got it's like, what, like 6 seasons of the show?
If y'all don't know, Entourage, that's where that little meme came from, of 50 Cent driving off in the car when he laughed. I was
That
like,
was
yeah.
on Entourage.
Yeah.
Why
There's
my
so
dumb
many-
ass thought that was the movie Get Rich or Die Trying?
Why is there so many cameos in that show?
It is.
Bro, because it's Hollywood.
Bro,
It's a lot. It's
so
even some
many
episodes
cameos.
where they stay,
But
where
see-
cameos stay in a couple episodes.
But see,
That's
like,
dope.
that's what I like about it, though. It shows you, like, how Hollywood really be, though. Because
Right.
a lot of people think other shit about Hollywood or have a different perspective of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show was good. That
was
show was
my
hella
shit.
good. But then, what y'all think? Insecure number 9.
That's about a. Yes, I can say they can go
It's-
down a little bit.
I ain't
said-
gonna say nothing because there's gonna be a lot of black women that's gonna be mad about that. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be mad about the last fucking subject because you two dumbass niggas. But
Do you think it should be higher or lower?
well, Insecure?
Yeah.
I think it's in the right spot.
I think it's in the right spot, yeah.
It's top 10.
It's top 10 for sure.
I think the snubs that I think would have thought personally that would have been top 10 was Righteous Gemstones. Like
Your man Dallas ain't
top
gonna like that one.
15, like I'd have thought top 15. It didn't even make the top 20 at all.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I can't believe they didn't make that the fucking list, bro. Like that shit be cracking me up when the sister was like, "Yeah, BJ, like let's rub dicks and backs." I was like, "What, bitch?" Like,
Bro, that show
What
is
she say?
the sister on that show is so wild.
Boy.
Everybody's wild.
Bro, so wild.
Can I say one thing about that show though?
Yeah.
Season 1 was the shit.
oh,
Season
season 1 was the best. Was the best season.
Great.
Season 2 started to throw me off. It was good. How many seasons they got right now?
When they got, because this was the 3rd, I think.
Yeah.
right?
Season 2 is
Yeah. When they had the
biker gang chasing him and all that shit.
Yep. And then his old friend came back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Season 1 was great. I ain't gonna say they ain't gonna top it, but
This season was good, but the story was kind of. I didn't like the ending. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I didn't like how it ended because it was like I felt like the enemy should have stayed for season 4 if there's a 4.
right.
Because I hate that each season there's a completely new person. Like it's like how many people got it out for you to the fact that you're like they want to kill y'all. You know what I mean?
They a big church company. I mean, you never know what actual churches go through in real life. So
My favorite character is still Uncle Baby Billy, bro. That's still my nigga,
Oh my
bro.
God. Baby
Yeah.
Billy's Bible's bonkers.
Hey,
He
man,
said, oh,
fuck-
fuck, man. He said, you don't never want to listen to my great ideas. He said, no, when they was meeting with the dad, and he was like, I'm gonna be you guys MnMedia talking, and I'm gonna talk for you guys for your
man,
dad.
he and me and Mater, like, what?
He was like, whoa, Baby Billy. He said, y'all got me on a resort, all you can eat, in a pit house, under the sun, nice Caribbean sun, and I'm supposed to just live with that? I'm an international superstar. I was like,
He was like, what were you living good, nigga. Like, what the fuck?
Great. My man's Baby Billy is hilarious,
bro.
Oh, bro.
I'll never forget the fucking episode when they was like, hey, Baby Billy, like, we see you. This motherfucker was like hiding behind like the little thing in the way.
Oh, he was running for the baby
He was
mama.
running.
He was running for the baby mama.
His ass hopped in the car, like he drove on, and like the little fucking trailer, like tipped over. Oh man, that shit was funny as hell, bro.
No, Calvin.
Oh man, that nigga so goddamn stupid, bro.
No, Calvin and his him and his little sassy best friend. Him and Keith. He said, "Have you gentlemen seen a very handsome young man talking about when he went missing?" I was like, "What kind of freaky ass shit is that, boy?"
They be on some other shit, them two, boy. They be on some other.
He cleaned out the dick straps and shit.
Bro, I love that show, bro.
What they called them? The cum strikers or some shit. What was the name of that kid group?
Bro, when they was going in this, they was going in the store. But the thing is, what tripped me out was I thought these niggas was going in there like taking the shit up out of there. They was buying the shit. I'm like, why are y'all buying it?
I got way more products before you come back.
It was fucking stupid, man.
Bro, that show's great, bro. And then other show that hurts me that didn't make it is Silicon Valley, man. Richer Than the Boys, bro.
I've never watched that show.
Oh,
Watch
you gotta watch
bro.
that shit. That shit's funny.
He said, Jin Yang, he said, when we go in there, I'm going to cut. He said, no, not Jin Yang, Dinesh. He said, when we go in here, I'm going to just rip you a couple just to show the guys, that we're a cool environment. So I'm going to talk about your chain a little bit. And Dinesh was like, so it's funny, I got a girl chain on. He takes the chain on. He said, I'm going to rock it like I was supposed to be. And then the assistant, what's his name? The tall ass white boy. He walks in, he said, hey, Dinesh, did your mom choke you with that chain while she fucked you?
He's like, what the fuck? He's like,
what the fuck?
bro.
It was like, what the fuck?
Oh, man.
Oh, bro, that show is great, bro. Bro, Jin Yang is one of the best things. That man was out there. He said that man was lit. He was in the office. That man lit the cigarette. He told him, she said, are you smoking a cigarette? He said, it's a celebration. Then just lit the cigarette and smoked that bitch in the lady office. Bro, it was so funny, bro. Y'all gotta watch that show. It's such an underrated show, but it is so good. It's like 6 seasons of it, right? Or it's like 5 or 6 seasons. It's like
4?
6.
I think they said 4, ain't it?
No. Not
Silicon Valley. Yeah.
Silicon Valley.
It wasn't even all that. I'm tripping.
Oh yeah, that's a great show. Veep made the list. I'm a big fan of Veep. Big fan of Veep. Big fan of Veep.
I don't know half of the shows on there. I ain't gonna lie.
Also, I'm kind of mad that House of Dragons didn't make it. But Last of Us.
Man, they got one season. You gotta let that go.
No, but Last of Us made it,
bro.
But Last of Us
now,
made the list.
I do, and I agree with you on that, cause
so if they make the list, they're eligible to make the list. Then.
Yeah, that Silicon Valley should have made it over that.
Yeah, it's so many.
A lot of it. Yeah.
I haven't watched The Last of Us. Is it good?
I have never watched it.
You played the game?
Yeah, I played the game. But
never played the game, so I didn't.
The game is fire.
Okay, I'm be real with y'all. I didn't know this shit existed until the show.
My nigga,
a lot of people don't know about Uncharted. Same people.
Oh wow,
I knew about the game.
Uncharted. We actually played that shit, so that's different.
I wasn't a fan of the Uncharted movie.
That was decent. It was decent.
I've never seen it, but I don't look like I'm gonna like it.
Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah,
I ain't really
terrible people to play those two characters. I was like, what the fuck is this?
He didn't make sense for Drake.
He didn't make sense for Drake, and he didn't make sense for Sully. I was like, what the? Well, he made sense for younger Sully. I'm gonna say that. But
Yeah, younger Sully, yeah, but not Drake.
So was Tom Holland supposed to be older Drake?
No, middle, younger age, probably 22, 23.
That still doesn't make sense. He was already looked like how he looked by that age.
Yeah, he seemed like he would be taller.
Why the fuck you get Tom Holland to play it? I was like,
nah,
okay, whatever.
Yeah. And also, just to think, Shay pointed this out, and I think we talked about this on air. I don't know if we did, about how she's not a fan of how they keep recasting big stars to play other, when they already an iconic star.
Oh yeah, because you said she was mad about Margot Robbie.
Yeah, she said pretty much, Margot Robbie being Harley Quinn and Barbie.
Well,
it's like two iconic people that you're gonna relate as you've never seen them on screen in this magnitude, and you chose the same actor to represent both people.
Like, listen,
because he's already Spider-Man.
I hear what niggas is saying.
Drake.
I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
But there's no argument there because that's Hollywood, bro. People play other roles.
Yeah, she killed Barbie. We went to see Barbie. That was this movie.
I had no problem with that.
You went to go see this movie?
Nah.
Okay, it's a very deep movie.
I would have no problem with her playing Harley Quinn and playing Barbie because that's two separate
that's
worlds.
What I'm
so
saying.
That has nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, but when you think about she just means when you see a face, when you think of Batman, a lot of people refer to Christian Bale, right? With the Dark Knight trilogy.
But you can't do that because he was Christian Bale before.
No, right. But that's the thing. So when he goes to play other things, that's cool. So what people are saying is like, when you take like a cartoon character,
Okay,
and
like
you bring it to life.
Here's something that's going to kill your whole argument. Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, and Sherlock Holmes at the same time. Yeah. Both franchises.
Now, it's stupid when you have somebody who played Captain America.
That's what I'm saying, bro. There's no argument, bro. It's just Hollywood. Hollywood is like that, bro.
What's the guy that played Captain America? What's his name?
Chris Evans.
He played Human Torch. Now, that's dumb. Now, that's stupid.
But time had passed for him to go into another role.
That's true. That's definitely true. What I can agree with her. What I can't agree with her on is I don't like when they just choose the actor just because they're famous and just throw them into something. It's like you had nothing to do with it. I feel you on that, yeah. Like, you were not the perfect guy for that. They just threw you in there because you already had
my infamous person being casted to sell Queefalizer.
The Queefalizer. This nigga said the Queefalizer. Like, he didn't say it right.
That was terrible. I've never even watched it, but I know it's terrible.
Queefalizer. They say, like, when you see her running, the bombs go off in the back, and she got big ass, and the teeth be bouncing up and down.
She don't even look like. Never mind. Well, you already know mine. I ain't gonna go into that.
They say she looks like somebody mama running.
Okay, I see this on the podcast. I gotta say this.
She looks like somebody mama running.
They said, I hate. They talk about this podcast. They was like, I hate when it's just an average person beating up 5 security guards. Having motherfuckers in real life being like, take all 5 of y'all. Like, no, you cannot beat up. No regular person walking down the street is gonna beat up 5 police officers.
Yeah, right,
not
bro.
real, bro.
Either that nigga is just superhuman or was on some shit that night.
Right.
Or them niggas is just the worst fucking police officers ever. Like, all 5 of y'all got beat up and y'all got SWAT team shit on, nigga. Like, the fuck happened to y'all?
But let us know what y'all think of the HBO shit and the trailers and HBO list, and then we're gonna put the link to the list in the description just as well, so y'all can type on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about this. This is a question I seen, and I was like, I'm gonna ask y'all how y'all go about this, because I know how I do.
Go ahead.
Somebody who you know knows a person is like, hey, let me get their number. Are y'all the type of person that's just gonna give the number, or will y'all ask for permission first before you give the number?
Here's the thing. I kind of ran into a situation like that this past weekend. Somebody asked me for somebody's number, and I was like, I don't really, I'm not really cool with giving out people's numbers like that. Like, but even though you know that person, because we know that guy, but it's like, because I don't know how that person feel about it. But I agree with you on that. Me, personally, don't just give my fucking number. I don't know who the fuck you give my number to, nigga. Like, and I probably don't want you to give my number to that person. Because you never know who people are, behind closed doors, bro. Like, you might like, how I gotta say like we know the same person.
On the surface, it's different.
Yeah. To you, that person might be cool as hell, but I might know that person a little bit more, and it's like, yo, like, that motherfucker crazy as hell, bro. Like, nah.
I would never do that unless they were close enough to where I knew it was okay to do. Like, if I know they'll have no problem with it, yeah, cool. But like, if they don't know you too well, hell no.
Yeah, like, don't just get my shit out, bro.
Yeah, I definitely 100% an axe person. Now, my mom gonna hear this and she gonna hate me. My mom will give out your number, person. She'll give your number to somebody. She'll be like, you need... Shay was like, can I tell Shay? I was like, yeah, can I ask Shay this question? I was like, personally, I'm definitely hey, this person wants your number. Ooh,
cool? All I ask Miss Kelly is if you do that, just run it by me first. That's all I ask. I don't know who the hell you just give my number out to.
Mom, I'm talking stuff. But no, so I think it's one of the things that Shay was like, all the old ladies got my number, and they be booking them appointments. How do you get my number? I was like, Shay, you gotta talk to them old ladies. She was like, you right. But I do think so. I think if it's an idea of like, if my mom's reference for most of the time, if it's to make money where Shay does makeup and
right.
In that instance, then yeah. But for me though, I'm definitely an axe, because I thought like this girl was like, hey, you smell good weed, you smelling good. Let me hit your weed man up for some weed. I was like, all right, but I'm not the my weed man to see if he wants that can happen. She was like, okay, I guess.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of normal though. I've seen people give out the weed man's number.
Nah, I'm definitely not giving you.
I'm not giving my weed man's number.
I've seen people do that though. Like, I've seen people do that a lot. Like they'll be like, oh well, shit, I give you my weed man's number, or oh like you looking for some weed? Like shit, I can put you on my weed man. Like you call him real quick. Like I've seen people do that.
No, I'm definitely gonna ask permission. Because the craziest thing is, I know that like
That's because first of all, I already know you have somebody on. There's some you can't do that with that specific person, nigga. So I already know. Like,
yeah,
but I've seen people.
The answer was hell no.
But I've seen people do that shit a lot with weed men, bro. Because for some weed men, that's how they get clientele. Like but some weed men don't trust that shit because it could be a setup. I understand completely. Like, hey, I don't know that motherfucker. Like, because I don't be trusting people like that any fucking way. So, yeah. Of course, motherfucker. Like,
no, but I just think because even like somebody I know y'all like come through the studio like, hey, let me get Terrell number, I can hit him. All right, let me ask him. Actually, matter of fact, this is IG DM. I'm very much a your IG person. They just say IG DM.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. This nigga might owe you $200 and he's been ducking you for that $200. I don't know.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because
you know what I mean?
You don't know.
Like, you don't know, bro.
Like, but it's like with weed man, I'm just saying, I've seen people do that a lot with the weed man. It's just, but I don't see people do that all the time with regular people, you know, that's not selling. You know, they just be like, nah, bro. Like, that, such and such, I just can't give you their number like that. But the weed man niggas be, oh, yeah, like, shit, if you trying to get some weed, like, I can call my weed man and have him pull up, or I can give you his number and he can pull up on you.
Right.
Like, I've seen people do that.
I'm not a person who asks for people's number anyway. I'll just tell you, whoever I'm talking to personally text them for me and see if I can get whatever I need from that person. I've never wanted. I don't even like saving people's shit, to be honest.
Bro, if your number's not saved, I'm not answering.
Nah, I feel you.
Even if you gave them my number, if they don't send me a text saying, "Hey, this is me," you're definitely not getting an answer. I'm sorry about that. Hey, definitely not getting that.
Nah, I feel you.
All right, let's talk. We didn't talk about this last week, but we gotta talk about this before we get up out of here. Michael Oher, my man's with over Baltimore Raven.
The conservative shit.
The original 360 deal.
This nigga.
My man's got 360 to his
360
life.
since a child.
For his life.
Bro, that's crazy.
Bro. But okay, so the details. Well, I found out watching so many people talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to be 18 when he signed it.
Oh,
so
he's of age.
That's where the part is. But they feel like there was manipulation and overlooks for the situation.
He didn't read it.
Right. So they feel like there was some parts there. So that's where all the legality comes in. Where shit, things aren't looking the best, So, but when you talk about what the allegations is, brother, they finessed you for your life. Like,
couldn't he just say he was a vulnerable adult at the time because he was afraid of if he didn't sign it, they would kick him out?
I mean, but it's not that easy though, bro.
It's not that simple.
Because a legal document is a legal document, my nigga.
It's weird when it's like that legality shit. I'll be mad at it.
It might be loopholes, but you never know.
Like if you were under the influence, it's a loophole, but not like if you were sober.
Because like you're going into the idea of manipulation.
Right.
And that part of how did they manipulate you?
Because for him, he's saying, well, they made it out to be as if he was signing like adoption papers and stuff like that. Like he was being legally adopted. That's
definitely being manipulated. Yeah, but they still gonna put it on him that he did not read it. So I mean, and you were of age, and so you could do whatever the fuck you want about the 18.
Then the key piece is like he's like, one, they've made bread off my name. They can sell my name in any way.
Right, because I was about to say, because she was on
any way my name is used.
She was on TV shows like as like a guest star and guest hosting and stuff. And people be, from The Blind Side and Michael Oher's mother and stuff like that. So she was using that fucking name. Nigga, like,
yeah, making money.
Value to that like 3 million or something like that, right? Like, come crazy odd million numbers. Like, so it's like, it's wild to see how, the movie came out, they won an Oscar from it, all type of things telling the story. And like, even at the time, he was talking about how like movie played him as if he's slow, or the idea that the little boy taught him how to play football with food items.
Like, you know something, AJ, that's true because, AJ not lying though. Like, when the shit came out, he was saying that. He was like, bro, like, some of that shit isn't true. Like,
yeah, he like, bro, I wasn't slow. I was already a ranked football player.
Oh, wow.
Like, I was already good. Like,
Right.
like, you know, so it was like, he didn't teach me how to play football. I played football.
Right.
Like, I was homeless, yes.
But you know, like,
that was true. Like,
but you know how they be like you watch like Winning Time or like any type of show where they say like it's based on a true story and shit. Like they always say like at the beginning, you know, certain characters and scenes have been modified for certain dramatization. You know, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Whatever you say that shit. You know, but they just do that shit for the show. You know, or for the movie and shit. To make a better story. So I understand that, bro. But at the same time, I understand where he's coming from, where he's like, yo, like, that's not me. Because if somebody made it, like, I'm sorry to cut you off, but if somebody made a fucking movie about me and you put a fucking light-skinned nigga with curly hair as Big Smoot, we'll be like, this nigga ain't me, nigga. Like, if y'all make this nigga, like, his story is, you know, he was working as a cab driver and became an artist or something. Like, nigga, I ain't do that shit, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like... So I understand where your man's is coming from. It's like, bro, like, don't lie on me, bro. Cause like
he was like, man, I ain't take their ass to the hood.
Like, right. But what's funny to me though is how people are really protesting about Sandra Bullock's Oscar, bro. They like, yo, like she should get that shit back. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I'm gonna be like, shit, what fucking Oscar, nigga? Like, y'all ain't shit back.
I would tell them SMD.
I know she. I know she mad as hell that came out. She was like, what the fuck, man? My only Oscar, y'all pulled
and
this
it was
bullshit.
on her ass the other day about the Jamie Foxx thing, where she liked, because you know it's called Jamie Foxx, he was saying anti-Semitic.
I heard about that.
Yeah, they said, because he said they were against us or some way in regard, like they tried to crucify Jesus. And yes, he said they crucified Jesus, so watch what they'll do to you. And the Jewish people feel like it was anti-Semitic because they saying how the Jews crucified Jesus is always a term that people feel like is a slur to Jews.
What?
But that's what happened.
Bro, long story short, they don't understand that black people always be like, hey, they crucified Jesus, so watch what they'll do to you in the reference of, hey, look, they stabbed Jesus, the greatest man in the world, in his back.
Yeah.
You could potentially be stabbed in yours. They is anybody.
Right, bro.
They is anybody.
Like, I get it. But they take it as offensive, like, oh, like, you know, like, you're talking about us. But it's like, no, we're talking about everybody in general.
That's how they take it.
Yeah.
So I see what you're saying.
They say the shoe fit, you know?
Yeah, but, so Jennifer Aniston liked the post and comment and was like, yeah, she thinking about the same way as us. Nigga, like, yeah. And they tried to say she agreed with anti-Semitic, so she apologized. Like, no, hold on. No, I did not say nothing anti-Semitic. I did not agree with that part.
It's like I said, bro, can't say nothing nowadays, man. Like, you gonna piss somebody off saying something.
Yeah. But I do think the Michael Oher situation is terrible, though. My man's, I hope he get his way out of there, man.
Like, for real, bro. Like, give my nigga his paper, bro.
That's what happened with Britney Spears. Now she on Instagram dancing in her panties.
Man, she been tweaking.
I mean, she got her money back, but
she got her money in her rights.
I don't know, nigga. It's kind of like you watch her ass, and I was like, man, maybe we could reconsider this.
She got her money back, but she lost her mind, man.
Hey, right.
Ain't a fair trade.
I mean, maybe we can give her back a little, maybe like a stipend, you know.
We might need to have somebody else making a little bit of decisions.
Right. Like, let's get a different financial manager then. Like, they just can't handle the money, but somebody else.
I don't know, man.
Like, God damn, bro.
All right, man. It's been your boys another week, man. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know how you feel about Michael Oher's situation and the Meek Mill and also the whole Smoot and
sorry for my outburst,
taking
but
care of the women.
Fuck you. And anybody who don't agree with me, I don't give a shit.
This is your boys, AJ Smoot, Terrell. We out. Back again next week. Peace.